What's going on, Triad Hip Hop Podcast family? It's your boy Howie, my man.
Kurt, what's up, y'all?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the claps and the sound effects. Somebody,
Somebody robbed us.
Nah, I ain't gonna put that on me. I wasn't able to get it. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Things high out here. You know what I'm saying? First and the 15th, the first and the third, you heard that's the word. So, we kind of had to get rid of the sound effect.
Yeah, man.
We'll have it next time.
We'll have it next time.
Yeah, man. So,
this is episode, what, 236?
236, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And we in the building.
Yeah, so how was your week, sir?
My week was pretty good. I can't complain. Just another work week. Just been moving and shaking the bricks, just staying busy. That always helps the time go by fast. So, it's been a fast week, and just nothing to report. Everything is it is what it is, man. Just happy to make it to another week, man. So, we gotta do better, trying to stay a little healthier. So I've been trying to increase my exercise a little bit more. So drink a little more water, stuff like that. So, how about you? How was your week?
Well, pretty much the same. It's been chill, just trying to get, things caught up, school-wise and stuff. About like you, I'm the same, trying to get my health and stuff together. Oh, I want to say, too, like, not to get super personal, so me and my dad, we hadn't had a chance to really sit down in years. So I actually took him to Uncle Matteo this past Saturday. We hung out and we talked and stuff. So yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I'm fortunate to have both my parents living, even though like I may not be in the best relationship with both of them right now. But I will say I am fortunate to have them alive. So I want to say that. we had a good week.
Yeah.
We got all that out the way. Damn.
Let's get to the business.
Get to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, man. But before we get too happy-go-lucky, let's show some condolences because we have lost a couple of people over the past week or two. We lost actor Lance Reddick. He was known for a lot of different shows. I remembered him from The Wire, and I also remembered him in John Wick. If any of you are John Wick fans, he was the guy at the hotel that John Wick was going to. But he's been in a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff, and he just recently passed away. He wasn't very old. I don't think he was.
I think he was 60.
Was he 60?
Yeah. 60.
See, and that ain't even that bad, man.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be dying at 60, man. I don't know exactly what happened to him, but I don't think it was any like malicious thing. I think he just died of some cause, maybe a sickness or something like that.
Yeah.
So, our condolences to his family. We also lost the actor Sean Lampkins. He was known for playing Nipsey the bartender on Martin back in the day. I'm not sure exactly what stuff he had done after that, but that was what I mostly knew him for. Him and Martin were still friends, you know what I mean? Still very close. And so I know that was sad because he was pretty young too. He was in his 50s.
Yeah, 54.
54, when he passed. So it's like, dang, man, what happened? So, our condolences to his family and friends. We definitely send our prayers for them. But I know that when Nipsey was on screen, he was always making a pretty good impact. His parts were short but sweet, short and to the point, you know what I mean? So I definitely never forget that. So let's go ahead and give them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. We appreciate it. Always want to be respectful and remember those who, brought some sort of entertainment and joy to our lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So let's jump into the birthdays. Let me go ahead. I only got a handful, but back on the 21st, of March, which was yesterday, we
Yeah.
had 3 producers on the same day. Premier,
Mm-hmm.
Large Professor,
Large Professor.
and Hit Boy all had the
Oh
same
shit!
birthday. Yep. Yes, sir. All had the same birthday. That's dope.
That's me with the sound effects. I
Right.
can't get it. I ain't got the class.
Right. Right.
There you
But
go.
happy birthday to all of them. That's dope that they were all on the same day, all 3 producers. Only difference is Large Professor can rap. You know, Hit Boy does a little rapping too. He actually does a little rapping, but Large Professor was actually a dope rapper. I don't know much about Hit Boy's bars yet. I've seen a little bit of his stuff, but
He done a couple of
yeah.
bars. Matter of fact, it's kind of funny. Shout out to the according to hip hop. Coop did an interview with
Mm-hmm.
Hit Boy, and they was talking about. It is amazing that he's actually working. Like the way he works is like you know he doesn't just subscribe himself to just the boom bap. He's done stuff for like Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
He did the nigga in Paris beat and
Yeah.
stuff. So he's like very well rounded. So he
Yeah.
probably but for him doing the thing with Nas and then even like people like with Music Soul Child even reached out to us. Man, I love what y'all doing with
Right.
Nas, man.
Right.
Because really, you know what I'm saying, for him to be such a I mean, well, he's what 31 now, so he ain't like young. But for him to be like, what people like,
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, like for him
Yeah.
to do that and actually making the I want to say like legends and legacy artists
Yeah.
give him that sound. He's really doing a great job.
Yeah, and I mean, for him to be at that age in the early 30s, that's good because he's almost in a good sweet spot where he can relate to, the 90s and the newer generation as well. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? He had a little taste of probably the 90s when he was growing up, and he got a taste of the new school, so he can kind of work with everybody. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's dope. You know
and
what I
I
mean?
think that's really what it should be. And I think the thing of it is like everybody's um that's the thing I kind of admire about it because it's like, you got those people back in the day, and I don't mean to hold up the birthdays,
No, you're good.
but you got these people that were fighting like, don't stand with these old guys,
Right.
this that, and it's like, nah, man, it's like we should be working together to create good stuff,
Right.
no matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that Hit Boy tailors to that artist. You know what I'm saying? And like he tailors the Nas very well,
Yeah.
and also with the other people that he has worked with as well. As well. So it's really good that he does that. But anyway, shout out to Hit Boy. I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, shout out to Hit Boy, man. He did, like you said, he did great with Nas, and he's a well-rounded individual. So definitely, we got a couple more birthdays. So coming up on March 25th, my man Big Sean representing Detroit. Coming up on the 26th, happy birthday goes to Juvenile. You know what I mean? Representing the Know Ya. Ooh, you hear that Know Ya clap? That was my joint right there. That beat was sick too. Coming up on the 27th, got my man Bumpy Knuckles, aka Freddie Fox. You know what I mean? Yeah, happy birthday to him. And then coming up on the 28th, we got Salt from Salt and Pepper. We got my man Jay Quan, you know what I mean? But the dude that did Everybody in the Club Getting Tipsy. Yeah, and then Mr. Cheeks on the same day, you know what I mean? So happy birthday to all of them. We'll give them some of our own claps.
I can't do that shit. Lil Wilson.
Right.
I can never do that.
I ain't never been able to do that shit either. Exactly. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our question of the day. We got a lot going on with this is hip hop's 50th anniversary, and they got the new hip hop museum opening up. So how we came up with a really good question in that pocket. So tell the folks what your question of the day is.
Is hip hop bigger than morality?
Morality. Wow. I mean, I guess when you think about the Africa Bambaataa situation, he's been accused of, sexual, molestation and shit like that of young minors and and assault and all that type of stuff. So, the question is more so like, do we kind of say let's progress and get past that, or do we kind of still say, no, we shouldn't give him any props, because I mean he did a lot for hip hop. He really did. So it's like, what do we do? You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, that is a big question. I mean, I guess I kind of look at it like when Bill Clinton was president.
Oh, big Bill.
And he was, getting the willy slicked. You know what I mean? When he was getting his willy slicked. It's like, do you look past that? Because I mean, I guess it just depends on the type of person you are. Some people will say, let's just separate. That's his personal life, but is he a good president? So same thing with people like Africa Bambaataa. That's his personal life. He was wrong morally for doing that shit, but do we discredit him from what he did for hip hop? And so I'm on the fence. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to say, yeah, let's give him credit because I mean he did a lot for hip hop. He stopped a lot of gang violence when he came in and helped bring people into the culture and said, let's battle this way instead of physically battling. You know what I mean? B boys and B girls and shit like that. So, he really did do a lot. So, what do y'all think? What do you think?
Well, it's like this, I'll say it like this. There's people that you know and love who are in different genres of music, who are entertainers, who are directors, have done way worse than Africa Bambaataa has done.
Absolutely.
And they still have their accolades. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying that. Nor am I condoning what he did.
Right.
I'm not condoning that either. No, the shit is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially, and the thing of it is, things ain't, things ain't really, it hasn't really panned out. They haven't really came out and really acquitted this man.
Right.
They haven't. The people that were trying to go forward with the cases, pretty much, I ain't gonna say dropped it. I'm just saying like it's not. They haven't really pushed it.
Right. Right.
But the thing of it is, it's just like, do we just like look past that and just say, well, we're doing it from hip hop.
Right.
We're making a museum. And again, I want to shout out Dougie Diamonds again. He makes a good point. Like, why, the museum is good and all, but really what we need to do as hip hop artists,
right?
Is trying to get the people, get their pub and get their rightful due.
Yeah.
Instead of these companies, these these record labels and stuff, eating up all the money. And then another thing he said, which I agree with too. Well, they pretty much hijacked hip hop the way hip hop is now. And I'm not saying all of it's bad. I mean, we got some people that are for the culture or whatnot, but it's hijacked. Everything is one message now. It used to be, you used to have, slews of different ideas in hip hop, but now everything is one sided due to corporate interest.
Right.
So now it's like, it's not even celebrated.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Correctly. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I mean, I'm like you in a sense. In one instance, what I'm saying, he has done good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like with anything. I mean, you just because you do good don't necessarily mean that you are inherently good.
Right.
Like, what I'm saying? The devil can be nice, what I'm saying? The devil be like, yeah, I can get you a new car.
Right, right.
But then, it's not going to be for your benefit.
Right.
It's going to be for his benefit.
Right.
Because then now that you got the car, now you're going to have to give up something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Always some kind of
there's always some type of trade. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So some people that are deemed, do something good, or they do a good thing, It doesn't necessarily, with the gang violence stuff, that's good. But it still don't mean, okay, yeah, now, the gangs and stuff are going, now, now because I did this, now, and I'm not saying that Bambaataa is thinking this way. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But now that that's gone, now I can do this.
Yeah.
Or, you have to, you got to do this to keep them going or whatnot.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just my thoughts on that.
It's an interesting question, man. I mean, y'all let us know in the comments, what y'all think about that, because I have to admit, I'm a forgiving person. So, I forgive Afrika Bambaataa for doing it, but I do hope that he does something to show accountability, because he hasn't really spoken about it, and I think he's maintaining his innocence instead of speaking out against it or anything. Now, as far as I know, they got a lot of evidence against him, so I'm pretty sure, it seems more like he's pretty much guilty. But I think that if he could do something to atone for what happened, I think people can get past it. And I don't think he's willing to do that. That's the only thing. And so, because if you think about it, Bill Clinton did what he did in around 2006.
2006?
Yeah. Wasn't it 2006? No. 90 something.
He probably still doing some shit in
96 is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he probably still was doing some shit in
96
and in 2000.
But
let me ask you a question. Would you fuck Hillary Clinton? Don't answer that. Yeah, all right. Don't answer that. Please.
Let's agree to disagree. But I will neither confirm or but no, I'm just saying, his shit was around 96 and people were they were mad, but they got past it and they forgot.
Yeah.
But Afrika Bambaataa shit was back in the 80s and we still ain't let his go. Now, I do see that, Bill Clinton did eventually apologize because he realized he was caught. That's the thing.
Sorry.
Afrika Bambaataa just like, nah, I'm innocent, son. Like, but we saw you, son. Nah, I'm still innocent, son. We got you on tape, son.
Nah, it was me.
Right, with me. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I think that would be the only thing that would help Bambaataa, that we could have gotten past it. I don't think he's ever going to get to that point. But if maybe, I know they had some court dates, but I don't know whatever happened with that. So that's how. But anyway, y'all let us know in the comments how y'all feel. How y'all feel. Don't forget, hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters, do it all. Hit all the buttons.
And I guess that should have been the second question of the day.
What's that?
When you fuck Hillary Clinton, don't answer that. Don't answer that.
They should have had an agreement. Look, bro, just don't let me find it.
Woo, man.
But anyway, we can move on. As far as music goes, I only got a couple joints. I want to mention. There's a group called the Confederates, who did a song with the DOC.
Okay.
And I think I sent you a clip of him kind of spitting his verse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He still got the lyrics, man. I hate that his voice is the way it is, but he still got the lyrics, man. He can rap his ass off. And I'm kind of glad that they were able to get him on the track, because them dudes can rap too. You know what I mean? I think I only sent you a clip of his part, but the dudes is some white dudes, and they can rap their asses off.
Oh,
so they called the Confederates, and the song is called Fast Ones. So y'all go check that out. Then the group Shoe Gang got a song out called The Nice Me. It's basically about, different versions of yourself. The nice me versus this, the other side of me.
They the same Horseshoe Gang?
Yeah. I think
also, they just renamed it the Shoe Gang?
Yeah, I think it's the same dudes. So yeah, and it's featuring King Crooked. So it's a dope song. Y'all should check that out.
Everybody was talking about that back in 2015, that Drake and Meek Mill. Nah, fuck that. I was on that Hobson and fucking Horseshoe Gang. And I like Hobson.
Yeah.
Man, that Horseshoe Gang,
man.
God, they ass. Woo!
Yeah, man.
Boy, let me tell you.
It's been some legendary battles, man. I'm telling you, man. That's something we could talk about all day.
Man, that horseshoe game was, man, that was something serious.
Speaking of battling, I did my lyrical breakdown. I dropped it earlier on Antoinette. Yeah, I need to go check that out because she got into a famous battle with MC Light back in the day. And she can rap her ass off, and I just wanted to still give her her flowers because she's one of those who doesn't get a lot of credit. Even though she was a dope MC, she kind of got overshadowed because everybody felt like she was such a bad person because of the whole biting situation. But I kind of go over that in the video, so y'all check that out on our page, lyrical breakdown on Antoinette.
Beat biter,
Dope style taker. Yep. Yeah, that's the joint right there. That's MC Light and Antoinette. They went back and forth. But anyway, that was all I had for music. So we can go ahead and jump into some topics. I gotta mention, if y'all haven't heard yet, your boy 6ix9ine got beat the fuck up. He got some paws and some feet put on him.
Sound effect going hard.
Exactly. And it's on video, you know what I mean? We got it on video. We ain't get the whole thing, but we got a little like 10-second snippet. And he got bruised up pretty bad, you know what I mean? So I guess people still kind of holding a grudge against him for the whole snitching thing, I think he kind of I don't know, it seemed like he kind of opened the floodgates for snitching, you know what I mean? Like after him, everybody was like, yeah, well shit, I'm doing that shit too, nigga. You know what I mean? Who you need me to tell on?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah, Howie, right here. I got him right here.
Dang you. Dang, Howie, get out of here. Right. We caught Howie.
Right.
We caught. Like, right. We caught.
Right.
We caught out here, son.
Yeah. But it's messed up, man. Your boy got his ass whooped.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I hate to say it like this, but I'm not gonna say it serves him right, but it kind of serves him right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You a lot of people, like we was talking on here. First of all, I want to shout out to to those who follow us. Our little followers growing in a little bit.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. We may not have the views that you know what I'm saying? We may have the big views and things like that, but that's not what we do this for. But going back to 6ix9ine, he was getting the big views and stuff like that. But everybody watches train wrecks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Everybody wants to see a train wreck.
All the time.
And I think with him doing stuff like that, it's just, you know what I'm saying? I think he could have, I just think that energy he brings, now he's going to bring, he's reaping the consequences of all those things. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't rejoice in it. I hate that I ain't going to say, well, nah, he kind of, I ain't going to say he kind of deserved it. I'm not going to say I hate seeing him get beat up. I don't.
Right.
I don't rejoice in it neither. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you kind of asked for it because, with all the things going on.
Yeah, because that's the thing. He kind of just likes to run his mouth and just, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. And I ain't gonna, that you gotta stop doing that shit, man. Learn to shut the fuck up for a minute, man.
I'm telling you, man, it just ain't, it ain't worth it, man.
It really ain't. It really ain't.
I just try to have my peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, dog back there. Hackling and coughing and whatnot.
Grown ass man.
Right.
This dog's small too.
Yeah, man. Dog. She on her last days, man. I'm telling you, because all through the night when I be sleeping, I be hearing it just. I'm like, you all right in there? But it is what it is, man. She 14, so she ain't got much longer. But anyway, we can move on to the next thing. I wanted to mention real quick the Black Rob documentary that we talked about, which was on Tubi, has now been removed. It seems. I finally went back to try to look at it and told me the content had been removed. So it sucks, man, because I really wanted to see that. And when I looked online, you know how the people like IMDb, they'll give them a score on how good it was.
Yeah.
It had a 10 out of 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, it must be they must have done a good job on it. So
Maybe we can pull it up on YouTube.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, because if somebody puts it out, I would love to see it, man. I know they was putting that Fight the Power documentary on YouTube, so
Yeah.
but that was like a limited series, so I think that's already done. But anyway, so you just wanted to kind of give y'all that update that it is no longer available on Tubi. Maybe they'll bring it back.
Yeah.
If anybody else knows another platform that it's on, or a way we can see it, let us know. You know what I mean? Anyway, we can move on. I wanted to also bring back the topic of the first female MC, because that came up, because of what MC Sha Rock did. She went live and said she was just tired of hearing other females like Pebbly Pooh and Debbie D say that they were the first and blah blah blah. So after she did that, we got a response, and I'm going to read it to you guys so you can hear what MC Debbie D had to say. Because MC Debbie D, she does constantly call herself the first female MC soloist. And so I'm going to read her response, and that way we can kind of converse about that.
Okay.
So she, on her Instagram, she put, to my hip hop matriarch sisters, and in parentheses, she put Sha Rock, Lisa Lee, and Pebbly Pooh. Back in the day, though we were competitive in our crews, we were yet sisters. As I preview old interviews online and in books, each of us spoke highly of one another in regard to the long-standing work we each contributed to hip-hop culture. What happened? How did we ever allow ourselves to get to the place where where we yell at one another and twist truths to make ourselves higher than the other? One of the things that I love about each of our stories is that in some way, all of us are firsts. She said, Lisa, you are the first female MC of the Zulu Nation and the first female MC to ever appear in a hip hop movie, aka Wild Style. I've always admired you for that, and this success is something that you earned on your own. Pooh, you are the first female MC to rock on the mic for DJ Kool Herc, the father of hip hop culture. I know we have our differences on which soloist came first, but you have never denied my existence as a matriarch, and I have never denied yours. Sha, you are hip hop's first female MC, period. Not a single one of your matriarch sisters is denying your place. Your contribution to the culture as the first can never be replaced. In every room I enter, I still speak your name, but many times I wonder, when you sit in a room, do you ever speak mine or any of the matriarchs without minimizing our contributions and downplaying our history? For an hour, I listened to you speak on a live stream, disrespecting each of your matriarch sisters and never actually getting to the point of explaining the purpose of the live stream, which was the difference between the first female MC and the first female MC soloist. My sister, you are first, yes, but there is a reason why the four of us are matriarchs. You did not build the culture alone. As we embark upon the 50th anniversary of hip hop, I know we will be called upon individually to continue to show up and be paid to talk about our history. But what about the opportunities we could be paid to share the history of hip hop, from tours to panels together? Imagine the four of us finally making back some of the money owed to us for being the first to lay the foundation for women in this billion-dollar empire. Matriarchs, this could only happen if the tension between us is dissolved. Having said that, I'd like to call a truce and ask each of you to join me on a Zoom call. Please check your emails. I love you all and pray that very soon the world will see the peace, love, and unity, having fun we once had with one another. Debbie.
Oh, shut up.
So yeah, that's dope right there. Yes, sir. I think she addressed that perfectly.
I think that was, yeah, I think that was genuine. I think that was, I think it gives everybody, it clears things up.
Right.
And I want to shout out Shy Rock too, because I messaged her on the lesson. So in regards of what, I appreciate y'all, for doing what y'all did.
Right.
Especially, back, as early as you did.
Yeah.
And and the sad thing is, me being a hip hop head as I am, there's some women that don't even know that they were the first MCs to actually do it.
Right.
Like you would, without them, you wouldn't have the MCs like the Little Kims, the Rod Biggies. You wouldn't have that.
Right.
So I always, like, look, I shout them out, and I hope that is the truth, because I mean, especially with them, they'll be able, and with the womanhood and the sisterhood, because women do that,
right,
more so than Well, I ain't gonna say more. Well, I don't know. Women, boy, women with other women, it can be bad.
It can get catty, man. It can get very
bad.
catty, man. But
it can. But I hope that they come together and work that out and be able to be a force for the younger females that's coming up, so they can be an inspiration. Like, I want to be able, when I become old or older or an elder in hip hop, I'll be able to be on a seat like that. Okay. And see, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. The younger generation don't understand. Like, I feel that they don't understand that hopefully one day you too will be an elder.
Right.
So you should be able to, I'm not saying that, back in the day we do this. Like, I get time marches on. Like, everything can't be hunky dory and everybody can't be like, oh, just show. And I understand cadence and change.
Right.
I understand that. But there should be, there definitely should be like some standards and things, and like, hey man, like, when I was your age and this situation arose,
right.
These are nuances and things that I did in order to, prevent other, situations coming through, like whether they be bad or, unfavorable. There should be somebody in your corner to do that. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I feel that this, is on the right path.
I agree. I mean, I hope they were able to do that live stream, because I mean, that post was from almost a week ago. You know what I mean? Like 4 or 5 days ago. So I'm hoping that they were able to pull it together. Now, there was one slight thing I did not agree with that she said. She said that when Shy Rock got on her live, she disrespected all the other ones. And I don't really take what she said as disrespect. I looked at it as Shy Rock was just basically saying, I feel like there's some confusion and I want to really just show as much proof that I can that I was the first. Blah, blah, blah. And I mean, it's just a matter of misunderstanding, but I never really felt like Shy Rock did anything to disrespect them. She was basically like, I just want everybody to understand I was the first, and I mean, other people are saying that they were the first, blah, blah, blah. But it's just a matter of context, you know what I mean? But you heard a little snippet of what Shy Rock said. Did you feel like she was being disrespectful? Because I mean, I'm wondering if it was me, maybe it's just
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But everything else she said, Debbie D, I agree wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she was being disrespectful when she said what she said. Anyway, but y'all let us know what y'all think about that. It's an interesting topic, and I think Debbie D handled that perfectly. She acknowledged, everybody's first in some kind of way, but she said, Shy Rock, you are actually the first, period. That's it. Mm-hmm. You're not the first to do this, the first to do that. You're just the first. And so I think she's basically saying, I was the first soloist, you know what I mean? Because I was the first one to do it on my own.
And that makes sense. So that makes sense, because because Shy Rock was in the group, the Funky Four
plus one, So,
but she was like the first female MC, that was rocking it. Like, because that was another thing she was saying too. Like, yeah, the other people, like what you said, Pooh.
Yeah, Pebbly Pooh.
Pebbly Pooh was what Cool Herc. She was
Yeah.
just so she was more like Coke La Rock as far as like the yes,
exactly.
Like, you know, he was just like, all right, give it up for the DJ, just that
Right.
like that type of MC.
Yeah, exactly.
They wasn't like, well, you know, the ball, bang.
Right.
Which reminds me, man, I saw a dope interview with fucking BZB, man.
Oh yeah,
that shit was dope.
That's what's up, man. Did you share it?
Yeah, I meant to share. It was I forgot the name. It's a young white guy. He actually interviewed. Excuse me. Busy Bee. It was a really good interview. And you know, he was talking about the ball, and talking about the record suicide.
Yeah.
You know, I just, you know, so it was really cool to see that. But yeah, it was just, I just happened to think about that when, you know, talking about the Cool Herc and that type of stuff.
Busy Bee got some throwback joints, man.
Yeah.
If you mess with Busy Bee, you might as well commit suicide.
You see, I think him with Busy Bee going back to that response and call, because he was such a crowd rocker. He didn't really have a whole lot of recorded stuff.
Right.
But I think he kind of, if you really think about it, I think he kind of bridged the gap between the whole, you know, like the Coke La Rock and the Melly Mel. I think if you really think about it, he kind of took the two and made it his own thing. Yeah, if you really think about it. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong about that.
Yeah, I can see that. That. So yeah, I mean, definitely shout out to Busy Bee, man. Hopefully one day we might be able to interview him, because I mean, he's a legend, he's an icon, you know what I mean, no matter what. You know, I used to love rocking his songs. But anyway, so yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think about that. I'm gonna have to check out their social media pages to see if they ever were able to have that conference call, Zoom call. But speaking of, you know, hip hop's legacy and shit like that, you were telling me about Fat Joe kind of making some comments about the victims of Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of already talked about with the
morality thing.
But basically, like I said, I didn't get to watch it per se, because I you know what I'm saying, I was listening to Doggy Diamond's take on it. So I need to go back and actually hear what he said.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, like, yeah, we can't. I do understand kind of what Fat Joe is saying, as far as, you know, hey, we got to get this up. And like I said, the way I look at it is, you know, there's people that did worse stuff than Africa Bambaataa,
right,
who still got their accolades.
Yeah.
Now, granted,
absolutely,
you know, I'm not like, and again, like I said, I'm not condoning it. I'm not condoning what they did. I'm not condoning what Africa Bambaataa did.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, hell, if we want to get down to it, shit, we remove Elvis from rock and roll. Well, actually, he didn't create rock and roll. Fuck him. But
no,
they gave him reverence.
Right.
And he pretty much a pedophile because he slept with underage girls.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna call it, you know, you're gonna call it out, call it all out. So that's the way I look at it. So I mean, I don't think, you know, and just R. Kelly, you know, he, you know what I'm saying, he, you know, he punished for what he did, but you can't really deny, you can't really take away what he did. I mean, shit, you know, hell, you say like, I'm gonna stop listening to R. Kelly records, but you're gonna have to throw out Michael Jackson. You're gonna have to throw out, like, you gonna have to throw out a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the country artists that you like, oh man, I tell you what, is my God-given right, blue collar, bread, butter, fur. Well, you better throw that shit out too, because he wrote quite a bit of those.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying, just because, again, they do, you know, some people are bad.
Right, right.
But there's when bad people can do good things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it may not be the best benefit for you.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So like, for instance, going back to the R. Kelly, or you know what I'm saying, for to use for the African Bambaataa situation, R. Kelly had great music.
Right. Right.
R. Kelly gave you a product that like, man, I like this, it's a good bump, you know what I'm saying? I could take this with my girls or whatnot. But now, since he's giving you that, you're paying, you like this, and you're not paying attention to why is he with Aaliyah?
Right.
Like, why is with these? Why is always with younger?
Right.
You're not paying attention to that. Oh, he's a star. This, that, and the third. He can make good music. You excuse that, but if he was like just some regular old Joe, like if it was me doing that shit, I'll be under the jail. Cause I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Cause I didn't put out nothing good for everybody.
Right.
If I did, you know what I'm saying? If I put out something good for everybody, then I can. I'm just saying. Then I could. And I'm not saying to do this heinous shit. I'm just saying if you do that, then people are able to look past.
Right.
So I think that's what it is with the African Bambaataa situation.
Right.
He put out something for everybody. Now that's, what I'm saying. I mean, you can say what you will, but yeah, he's done a lot of, like you said, done a lot of good. Got the gangs off the street and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you have to just find a way to separate. I think it's hard for some people, but sometimes you may have to, separate church from state, as if you think about it. Because I mean, that's R. Kelly is a great musician, and I'm thoroughly disgusted and thoroughly disappointed that he had some preference for young girls like that. And that's just sickening.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't deny what he did for music. You know what I mean? I can't deny that. And so same thing with African Bambaataa. I'm thoroughly disgusted, because it does seem like there's enough evidence out there that he did it. And but I don't want to take away from his contribution to hip hop either. So I can kind of separate the two and say I don't like this, and on a personal level I don't want to ever fuck with you like that, but I won't dissipate your blueprint of what you laid out in the business. So that's how I look at it. But anyway. I wanted to talk about the Wu-Tang stuff before we close out. Was there anything, other topics that I missed before we get into those?
Nah, I think that's
okay. So you were telling me about the Wu-Tang contest.
So
where you can actually get on a track.
Again, RZA, if you're selected, RZA will put you. They got the track. I think you got to go to Sway's Universe.
Okay.
I'm gonna find it today and send it to you.
Okay.
Because we got today. Yeah, we got today because it's the 24th when it needs to be in.
Oh, okay.
So we got today and tomorrow.
So we got to.
So yeah. I'm sorry, I kind of dropped the ball on that.
No,
but anyway, so what you do is basically you get the track, you rap on it, you send it to Sway's Universe. Excuse me. And if selected, now you have to get there. You get to go to New York and record with the RZA. I think it's like the RZA, Inspector Deck. I want to say You God and Ghostface Killer on the track. You will have a song on there with them.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try to do something. Worst thing they're gonna say, but man.
Right.
But I'm gonna try to put my hat in the ring.
We gotta try that, man. I mean, we both love hip hop enough.
Yes,
and you said it was talked about during Sway's interview with RZA. So y'all just try to look up that interview. You'll probably get the information there too.
Yeah, so look it up on YouTube. And speaking going on like Sway's Universe, check out the De La Soul interview too. That was great.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, shout out to them as well.
Yep. But yeah, in keeping with the Wu-Tang, the spirit of Wu-Tang, I want to talk about last week's episode of Wu-Tang, an American Saga. You know what I mean? They called this episode Shadowboxing, which is one of my favorite Wu-Tang titles. Came from the Genius album, the GZA, the Liquid Swords album. So The episode, revolves a lot around Divine and his role in the situation, and he's trying to get stuff done. He has a visit with Tommy Mottola, and Tommy Mottola is really hyped about which one was it? Was it Jizza and then Capadonna?
ODB. I
Was
thought
it
ODB
ODB?
maybe.
Okay,
Oh no! Because the ODB one was I was somebody else.
that was the other one. Yeah,
Yeah. That's right. That's
So
right.
yeah,
That's right. That's right.
Tommy Mottola wanted Jizza's album, and they had been stalling on it because Jizza's waiting for the Wu-Tang to do some collaborations,
Mm-hmm.
and he had all of his stuff done. And so he kept stalling, like, I want to wait until I get the Clan on my album. And they like, basically, we may not be able to have that, man. We need you to drop this album. And then Devon also introduced him to Capadonna through the music, and he was like, yeah, you need to sign him too. But then that leads into Inspector Deck getting upset because he's like, how you gonna sign Cap? And you ain't even signed me yet. I've been here from the beginning trying to show and prove, which I did.
You know what I'm saying? He was loyal with the what was it, the Blade soundtrack that he put the whole Wu-Tang on there, but it was just him.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so I could feel him on that. But I mean, I get what Divine is saying. He's like, look, that's you right. But also you got to think about it. Tommy Mottola specifically asked for Capadonna. Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, Divine introduced him to Capadonna. He talked him up. He was like, yeah, you need to hit Capadonna. You won't love it. You could have done the same thing for Inspector Deck as well. Mm-hmm. So it ain't like Tommy Mottola came to you and was like, who's this guy, Capadonna? I want him. You introduced him. You could have done the same thing for Inspector Deck. So Divine, I can't really fuck with you too hard on that.
Yeah.
But it's a really good episode. Ghostface, had some issues on there where he.
Oh yeah, but the credit card. Yeah, like that shit just keep climbing. Man, you used to be one of us, man. Right? Now you up here in these suits and shit, man. It was like, yo, man.
All of them kind of get mad at Divine. Inspector Deck was mad at Divine because he was like, you could sign me. Ghost is mad at Divine. ODB.
Ghost wasn't too mad. Ghost was sick.
Yeah, he was sick. He was sick, but he was also a little on the upset side too, because he, like you said, he felt like Divine wasn't the same person anymore.
No, that was Raekwon.
No, but they both. If you think back in the early part of the episode, Ghost was a little upset at him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raekwon too. Raekwon kind of confronted him hard on that. So it was like they were all kind of looking at him like, yo, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? But so it was a good episode. He kind of deals with his own anxiety about trying to keep shit together on the business end. RZA wasn't really in the episode. You get a phone call with him in them, but that was about it. But it's a great episode. You know what I mean? And they dropped a new episode today, which is supposed to be really good. On the new one, I think it deals with if I remember right, I think it deals with Jizza. You remember how they did the ODB episode where he personified?
Oh yeah, like in the 70s and stuff.
And then the criminology with them playing again. I think they're doing the same thing with Jizza on this one. Okay, they're doing some sort of persona on the new episode. So we're gonna talk about that next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
yeah, that episode was good. It really, and just like what he said, to him in the previous to Devon said to RZA, it's like, look, you don't need them to hate you. Let them hate me.
Right.
Because he understood, like, I gotta get, I have to make these decisions.
Yeah.
In order to keep the group together. And that's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. And then there's a lot, and then it's really a sad thing to me, because it's like on one end, it's almost like you're seen as a villain.
Right.
But he's on the side like, nah, I gotta make this right. I'm trying to do this right to make sure that we get this.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it's like his personal shit. Like, he's trying to get something for his daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And go to the party and stuff like that. Excuse me.
And,
go to the party. And it's like he had to miss out on his girl's party to get y'all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no one really there to really see his side. because now the woman is like, you didn't even show up. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna feel like that. Then it's like these dudes are like, well, man, you're not even doing this. And like, yo, you used to, I ain't paying the credit card, God. You know what I'm saying? We used to shit all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then like his man, Power, he wanted to do the clothing line, and like he's hustling and pushing stuff himself, making moves. Like he's like, look, we got to keep going. It's like, well, nah, I need an appointment. It's like, wait a minute, when the fuck we weren't no appointment? So I get it, but he had so much on the plate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like part of me, yeah, you feel bad. Because you on his side, it's like it's all this is coming at him at once.
Yeah, I felt bad for him, man.
Yeah, but seeing there's looking at their side, it's like, man, this dude changed. It's not that he changed,
right?
It's just that he has to, in order for everything to work, all this has got to be ironed out.
Yeah, tough decisions had to be made.
Yeah.
I definitely get it, man. And he was right. You know what I mean? For RZA, he was like, let him just hate me. Don't let him hate you. But yeah, I mean, and I hated that he missed his daughter's birthday, man, because I'm like, that's an important thing. You know what I mean? And he kept promising, yeah, I'll be there, but he's really trying to make sure this business stuff happens. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's one of those things. Sometimes you got to make a tough decision.
Mm-hmm.
So. But it was a great episode. Y'all check it out. The show is really doing big things this season, so I really love what they're doing. And I hate this is the last season, but I think 3 is a good number.
Oh yeah.
If we only got like 1 or 2, I'd have been a little upset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think 3 is a good number.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all check it out. Next week we'll talk about the latest episode. I think they're calling the new one "Liquid Swords" for Jizza or whatever, but. But yeah, man.
Came to bring out the name
and to perform some had to snort
cocaine, act the same.
All beat rocking on, now born of the mental plane, spark the brain with the building to be born. Yo, RZA flip the track.
But yeah, that's the thing, though.
That shit still slap.
Oh yeah, man. But that's the thing. That's one thing I love. And towards the end, like you said, what Jizzle was saying, trying to get them together. Said, man, that's gonna be impossible to get on. Said, nah, it's hard. It's not impossible.
Right.
And I like what he says. Like, look, we all gonna grow up. We all gonna do bigger things. I think that's the thing. I think Jizza out of all of them is like really the chillest one out of all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like, look, I understand everybody's gonna do this. And we're gonna be big,
right? So
I want on my album the whole clan to be on there because, like you said, because it's gonna be probably the last time we all be on there like that. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of Triumph.
Right, exactly. Yeah, man. I mean, and I agree. Jizza, he's a smart dude, man. I mean, I think that doing stuff like playing chess really taught him to not be an overreactor, just to sit back and think calmly and plan out your moves and all of that shit.
Yeah.
So he always had a level head on his shoulders. That's what kind of separated him and RZA from the other ones. Because when you play chess, you have to learn to be cool, calm, and collected.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody like an ODB, he ain't gonna play no chess. His mind just go everywhere. You know what I mean? He just spur the moment decisions. You know what I mean? He'll just look at the girl, hey, come in, something like that. Right. I couldn't help myself. She was just looking too good. Sorry to be like, yeah.
But ODB wasn't stupid though. A lot of people said, a lot of people, he was a wild dude, but he was actually good because I actually overheard. I think there was something that someone was saying. Yeah, man, ODB really wanted to get Manhattan back to the Indians, like, because they would been stolen. Like, he really wanted to do that, but it was just, at that time. And, there was times too, for what I understood, like saying that he died you know what I'm saying, of the overdose. They said that there were people that really out there, trying to get them.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, so I, like I said, man, I don't know, man. It's sad that we lost, that legend.
Yeah,
So
I was real mad about that, man. It's sad and mad at the same time. 'Cause I mean, I believe he had just gotten out of prison and he was trying to get himself back
yeah,
on
back
track.
on track.
He
Yeah,
had gotten signed to Rockefeller. He was trying to do music with them to kind
Dirt
of
for
try.
dirt.
But I do think Rockefeller would have probably been decent for him, but I think that there's nothing like the real Wu-Tang sound. I don't think they would have been able to give him what Wu-Tang gave him. It's just a certain sound that RZA gives to an artist that, to me, is different. You
I
know what I
don't
mean?
know, man. We did that damn thing with the Neptunes. Remember when the Neptunes back in the day they had their own solo album and had like different artists on it? We did that Dirt McGirt. I ain't gonna lie, that was like the hardest shit on that
Yeah,
album. Dirt McGirt. Like,
yeah,
oh
man.
shit, there what's up? With the baby with the top. Yeah, that shit went hard.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Dirt McGirt. Yeah, I gotta find that because that shit went hard. Dirt McGirt.
Yeah, but that was pretty much all I had about, the show. Did you want to say anything else about it?
Nah, I think that's it, man. So everybody remember to like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters,
we need
funds
funds allocated.
allocated.
So we can build school.
We're going to build a school. You know what I mean? We got the brick foundation. We just need funds allocated. You know what I mean?
Remember, ask yourself, when you fuck Hillary Clinton, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
Don't answer that.
Oh man, I hope I don't get missing for this.
I know.
Mr. Wilson, we just heard that you was making these jokes.
Right.
Like, look, man, these are jokes. I'm just joking. I'm just
Right.
joking. Bring Hillary right now. I'm just playing.
I'll do it right
I'm doing it right now. I'm just playing. I'm just playing these jokes. Joke.
But
Don't answer it.
But yeah, that's pretty much the show, man. We really appreciate y'all checking out episode 236. This is your boy Kurt, and this is
Hell.
And we're gonna see y'all again on the live show. Not the live show. I keep saying live. I'm still used to us going live. We still go live.
We're gonna go live, but we
just drop it a little bit different. So, but yeah, thank y'all for checking us out, and we'll see y'all on episode 237. Also, don't forget to look out for the lyrical breakdown for next week as well. All right, happy Women's History Month. Yep. Happy 50 Hip Hop 50th anniversary. Yep. And we'll see y'all soon. All right.
Peace.